So my name is Sergio Cervantes, guys. I am from Big Spring, Texas. It's exactly the reaction I expected. Right. Nobody gives a fuck about this place. Right? Nobody cares. Big Spring gets a lot more heat than it deserves, though. Like, give us a little credit. We have cleaner water than Flint, Michigan. All right, we got that going for us. Like, we can wash our face in the water and it's not gonna fall off. You know what I mean? We got that going for us. We even have a Walmart. Can you believe that? Big Spring has a Walmart. You get everything at a Walmart. You need groceries, go to Walmart. You need a TV, go to Walmart. Do you need some weed? I know a guy who works at Walmart, okay? It's beautiful. You can even get a gun at Walmart. Isn't that fucking insane? A fucking gun at a supermarket. It's crazy. I'm not against guns. I'm just saying, I've never been walking out of Walmart and been like, fuck, I forgot the Glock. That's what I went in there for, you know? So I'm a Mexican dude, not by choice. This is just what happened, you know? I didn't have a choice. A lot of people get really like surprised when I tell them that I'm Mexican, because when people look at me, they think one of two names. They think Jose or Kumar. It's one of the two. And a lot of you were really surprised when it wasn't Kumar, okay? But I'm probably one of the whitest brown guys you're ever gonna meet in your entire life. I'm serious. I have made my decisions into Caucasianness, all right? Like, I was in theater, you know? My dogs have all their shots. I fucking work at Starbucks. You know, I'm one of you, is what I'm saying. My name should not... Thank you. Thank you. My name shouldn't be Sergio Cervantes. It should be Corbin Stevens, all right? Something along that line. Like, I don't even know Spanish. That's the worst part. I don't know Spanish, man. I am what you call a coconut, you know? I just don't know. I wish I knew Spanish because it's such a beautiful, beautiful language. And it just sucks when I meet somebody from like Mexico or something and they find that out about me and they're like, man, you don't know Spanish? I guess you're not a real Mexican. And I'm like, you know, that hurts, but you're not a real American, so... It was kind of a trade-off, you know, like no Spanish or American birth certificate. You gotta choose, you know. I think the only thing Mexican about me is that I've been arrested. That's about as far as it goes. You can laugh at that. You have my permission to laugh at that. My dad loves that joke. Okay. It sucks getting arrested, dude. It really does. Getting arrested is probably like one of the biggest reality checks you're ever gonna go through in your entire life. Ever, all right? Because they like put you in the handcuffs and you're like, God damn, I'm really going to jail right now. And they sit you down in the car and start driving you away. You're like, oh shit, I'm really going to jail right now. And then they throw you in a cell with no shoes and you're just like, I need to make some changes. Okay, this is fucking horrible, man. It's shitty. It really is. I was in there for about 2 hours by myself until I finally got a cellie, as we call them in the pen, you know? This guy knows what I'm talking about, yeah. But he starts talking to me. He's like, hey man, what'd you do to get in here? And I'm like 20 years old at the time. I'm trying to be cool. I was like, I got caught with weed. What'd you do? And he goes, I stabbed somebody in the throat. You win, all right. You obviously have the bigger gun here. Please do not touch me. But for a guy who stabbed somebody, he was pretty chill, like really. All we really talked about there was like how much we did not want to be in jail and DMT. That's all we talked about. It was just a bunch of psychedelic drugs. It was so cool. He was a really cool guy. 10 out of 10 would stay in a cell with him again, for sure. For sure. And now that I think about it, he's probably still in there, all right? I think you can stab somebody in the throat and just get off without any real world consequence, you know? I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm really insecure, very insecure. Like, this is one of the things I'm kind of confident at, but I'm extremely insecure, man. And one of the big reasons is because like I was bullied a lot in school. Like at 14 is like when it was at its all-time high. The way I felt at 14 is the way I imagine Lindsay Lohan feels like right now, you know? Just unwanted and scared to go out in public, knowing that if somebody sees you, they're gonna be like, hey, let's go make them cry, you know? I felt like that. Like, everybody knew I was a pushover. I remember one time I was standing outside of class just waiting to go in, and these two kids who I'd never met before in my entire life, they walk up to me and they're like, hey man, you see this guy right here? You can do anything you want to him, he's not gonna do anything back. And then he stuck his fingers in my mouth and he walked away. And I never saw them again. Ever. It was so weird. But the worst part about that was that, like, right after that happened, the teacher stuck his head out the door and was like, pussy. And then he put his head back in. It was so embarrassing, man. I'm just not confident. I don't get why everybody has a big dick about confidence. Like, we get it. You weld. Okay, just shut up. like seriously, like, we need to start dating people who are nervous. Those are the people that we need to, like, start getting offspring with. Like, little insecure kids who are going around saying sorry for no reason. Those are the kids we need to be having in life. I just don't get it. You know, I'm lazy too. That's the worst part. I'm not confident and I'm lazy. It kind of has a benefit though. If I was lazy and confident, I would just be like, you know, somebody's baby daddy. That's all I would be. Just going around being unemployed, having kids, going to all the parties. That would be me. You know? But like, how I found out I was lazy, like, because I was sleeping with this girl who had a boyfriend, right? Because I wasn't gonna say no. And like, we finished up, you know. Okay, I finished up, let's be honest. But she's putting her clothes back on, and like, I was like, so what are you about to go do? And she's like, I'm gonna go and make some lunch for my boyfriend and my dad. They've been doing yard work all day. And I just didn't get it. I didn't understand that. So I asked her, why? And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, why is he getting paid? Like, and she's like, no. I was like, well, does your dad like not have, is he just like a torso? And he's just like walking around with just his hands, and your boyfriend picks him up like a baby, and then he like does the hedges. Like, does your dad have some sort of real world problem? She's like, no, you fucking moron. He just likes helping out. And I didn't understand why somebody would help out their girlfriend's dad for nothing. Okay, I just don't get it. I don't get it. So I asked again, but why? And she got really upset with me. And she was like, because he's my boyfriend and I love him. And then she gave me a kiss on the mouth and said, I'll text you later. It was so, it was weird. I'm just saying, man, like if my girlfriend's dad called me like at 10 a.m. on a Saturday and was like, hey man, I need you to come out and do some yard work with me. I'd be like, you know what, Richard? I would love to, but I just got done fisting your daughter, okay, so. I think I'm gonna have a bowl of Apple Jacks and go back to sleep, all right? So you be careful out there, Richard. And that's how I figured out I was lazy. Yeah. So I'm single, by the way. It's not good. I've been single for 5 years, man. 5 years, long years. It's a long time, man. That's about as long as a millennial marriage will last. Okay, it's crazy to think about. Like I was single when somebody got married. I was single when somebody started questioning their marriage, and I was single when that person finalized their divorce, slept with me, and then blocked me off everything on social media. I was there for it all. I was part of the experience. Like I don't even know how to interact with women like who like me anymore. I have no idea how to do that. Like this one time I was talking to this girl, we had like a mutual liking of each other, and just for fun, just to be quirky, I decided to call her a dirty whore. Yeah, she didn't think it was funny either. Not at all, man. Like I have no clue how to do it. Like, but I kind of want to be in a relationship now. Like, because I saw 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, I need to get back into this. This is, is this what I'm missing now? Relationships are fun, you know? You go out on dates, get each other stupid gifts, and at the end of the night, you touch each other no-no parts. It's fun. It's the best part, you know? Thank you very much, man. I just like, I don't know, man. I'm really into like the idea with friends with benefits. Like I'm really into that idea. But as for my female friends, not so much. They're not really feeling it. Which, like, at this point, I feel is just rude. Okay, like, well, how come you're just gonna deny? If you're not sleeping with your friends, you're not really friends. Okay, let's get that out of the water. All right, you don't have a real friendship if you haven't fucked yet. Let's be honest. Okay, what do you think is gonna happen? You think the relationship is gonna end? No, it's gonna get a lot stronger. What do you think is gonna happen? Ladies, if you're with one of your guy friends right now tonight, I want you to do one thing, all right? Right after the show, walk out. You can do it wherever. It's your choice. Walk out, look at him straight in the eye. All right, just straight in the eye. Do not break eye contact, all right? And just start getting on your knees. Just get on your knees and just start unbuttoning his pants. Just let that belt get that nice whip. Unzip his pants and then let that fucking salami hit you like. You think he's gonna stop you? He's not gonna stop you. He's gonna let you suck his dick like a gentleman because he cares about how you feel, all right? And that's what a real friend does. That's what a real friend does. I came out here to tell all of you, start sucking your friends' dicks. Just do it. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, you guys ever had a woman like clear her throat during sex? You guys ever had it? I'm glad I'm not the only one. I really am. I'm so happy. I hope you're laughing because you're like, yeah, it's happening. Not you. That has never happened to you. Maybe everybody else is laughing, definitely not you're laughing at me. It was so embarrassing though, because like it wasn't planned, it was just like in the heat of the moment type thing, and like there was no music playing, nothing. It was just our skin like hitting each other. Just and then that was it. It was fucked up, dude. I didn't even finish. Like it just deflated in her vagina, just like a balloon. I have like that was a while ago, you know. I think about like orgasmic sensations, you know, like you ever sneeze 3 times in a row and you wouldn't go make yourself a sandwich? Like, how about cleaning your ears? You ever clean your ears, man? Oh my God. That's some different dimension type shit, dude. You ever just get nasty with it too? Just put that whole thing in there like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's see what we got in there, baby. Let's fucking see what we have in there. Let's go a little deeper. Oh, just like that. And then you pull it out and look at the mess you made. Like, yeah, that is all me, baby. Look at that. Just experimenting, okay? Just experimenting. Oh man, I'm really happy. Like I'm not like heartbroken anymore, you know? Because that always sucks, being heartbroken and shit. Wanting to kill yourself all the time. Wow, that got dark. Nobody cared about that one. All right. Well, like right after you're really desperate after a breakup too. You know, you're really, really desperate. And I'm here to tell you right now, if you're going through a breakup, do not go for the first person that approaches you, because that person is a fucking psycho. All right, that person is insane. Let me tell you a story. I was in my first day of my second semester at college, okay? I was just devastated. I didn't want to be here anymore. And this girl comes up to me with utter confidence and is like, give me your number. And I was like, you deserve it, all right? You are getting my number. So I give her my number, okay? And she just walks away. I did not speak to her throughout the entire class. And then we meet up after class. We make plans to hang out. Later that night, we end up hanging out, and like 10 minutes into like the chit-chatting, we start swapping spit, all right? Nothing impressive, I'm not bragging or anything, I'm just saying it was 2 19-year-olds trying their best, okay? That's all it was. And like after, we settled down just a little bit, and then we actually start talking, and then nothing could have prepared me for what was gonna happen next. I'm talking, and right in the middle of my sentence, she looks at me and she goes, I wonder what my parents are going to think about you at Thanksgiving. And I was in love, you know. I was like, this is the girl who I need to be talking to right now. forget about that other bitch, whatever her name was. This is the woman that I'm gonna be with forever. And so like, we just hang out for a little bit longer, and it starts getting late, and I take her back to her dorm, all right? Go into the dorm, and we immediately have sex, all right? Just right there, no questions asked. And right afterwards, we just establish that we're a couple, okay? Just two sad people in a relationship, all right? And a week goes by. A week, which I have absolutely no recollection of. Nothing at all, okay? I have no idea what happened within that week. But I remember what happened at the end of the week. I was just sitting at home, doing nothing, and I get a text from this girl. And the text says, "So what are we?" And I just looked at that text for a really long time, and I just didn't reply, all right? And I haven't heard a word from her since at all, man. It's weird, okay? That's what I'm saying. Don't date the first person that comes towards you, all right? I'm getting older, man. I'm not getting old. I'm getting older, like I'm developing irrational fears now. Like I'm afraid, so afraid of teenage white boys in trench coats. I'm so scared of that shit, I really am. It has just white people though. Like if I saw a black dude in a trench coat, I'd be like, why is he dressed like Blade? Like, that's all I would ask. There'd be no further questions. But like the way this happened was like I was in a store, I was just walking along, and this kid, he couldn't have been more than like 15, and he has a trench coat, a giant trench coat, and I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I panicked, so I punched him straight in the face. All right. I knocked him out. I was proud of it, dude. I knocked his ass out cold, all right? I was saving Target at that moment, okay? But then, like, it starts hitting you. The reality starts hitting you. And you're like, oh my God. I just punched a child in the face, all right? And like, it's Target. Everybody saw that. Everybody's like pulling their phones out and like, look what just happened. Look at this hate crime. This is why we need to build the wall. Shit like that. It was utter insanity, you know. I didn't know what to do, so I panicked. I had no idea. I just doubled down on it, and I robbed him, and I ran away. I miss childhood innocence. I really, really do, man. Like, I miss how innocent being a child was, man. Like, I didn't know what race was back then. I had no clue. All I knew is that I was darker than everybody, and that I liked chocolate milk. That's all I knew. Which, to this day, I still like chocolate milk, all right? If you don't like chocolate milk, you're taking life way too seriously, okay? You need to lighten up. But I didn't know, like, I was always curious of why I had dark skin, so I walked up to my mom. I was like, Mom, why do I look like this? And she's like, well, maybe it's because you drink a lot of chocolate milk, all right? Now just go play, all right? And I went with that logic for a very long time. Now, I didn't know. Of course I believed it. I was like 3 or 4 years old. I'm like, yeah, chocolate milks make people darker. It totally makes sense. That makes sense. Then I got into school, and my 2 friends ever were 2 little black kids. And when I saw them, I was like, they must drink a lot of chocolate milk. They are killing the game right now, dude. All right. I'll end with one more that I haven't said in a while. So I don't like spicy food. I just don't. And yeah, you're looking at me like, but you're Mexican, and that's totally racist. But I don't like spicy food. Like this one time I was eating this really spicy burrito, right? I was just loving it, you know, just letting it all in my mouth. And I finished it. And I immediately had to take a shit. So I go to the bathroom, I pull down my pants, I start pushing, and it feels like my asshole is leaking lava, all right? It's so terrible. I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know what to do with this pain. I started praying to God, like, God, if you help me through this pain, I promise I'm gonna stop sleeping with other people's girlfriends. Just stop. Please get rid of this pain for me. But then I had some Orajel in my pocket, right? And so I was like, this is it. This is the answer. So I take this Orajel, and I start putting it all around my asshole like such. I'm like, oh, God answered my prayer, all right? He answered it. And I was like, oh my God, this feels so fucking good. And at that moment, some dude walked in on me. And I'm like trying to explain to him, like, dude, I ate a spicy burrito. Stop staring at me. Leave. Come on, just leave, please. And then he raped me. And that's why I don't like spicy food. You guys have been awesome, man. My name is Sergio Cervantes. It's been real, everybody.